But how could I have ever turned up here, where fate did extirpate all I held dear? Am I not real to rules the streets dictate? Did from the stream of treachery I slake? 'Gainst skull the steel contacts, I know it's time, and from the 9 I step into the line. A spectacle for unsigned eyes to judge. I find my legs are still, I cannot budge. My pride will not accept this fate of shame. What am I if I have not my name? I loathe the pit I see before my feet. I fear the ridicule that I shall meet. But how, you ask, did I face this ordeal? The choice between my infamy or steel? To answer this, I take you to the past, 4 hours before my last. My name is Hero Tracotanza. Today is when it all began. On March 14th, I met Antwon. I own the largest heroin syndicate in the world. Drugs are what I was raised on, and drugs are how I came up. You could say that it's in the family business, but I don't say that. I was the only one who made business out of it. My pops exhausted my college funds on crack. He made me skip school to work so he could buy more. My mama was an idealist. She was the one who believed I had a real shot at education, but my pop said that would never happen. I found that my mama's idealism and my pop's practicalism have been the ingredients to my success. The practicality helps me get things done, and I only need rhetoric to attract shareholders. Anyway, see me there? Yeah, I'm shaking hands with a sheltered trust fund kid who believes that rebellion is investing in an international heroin corporation. He has no idea that his investments finance heroin that his once college-bound sister is shooting up on. I don't tell him that because that would be cruel. He doesn't want to know the truth of the world. He only wants the meaningless rhetoric I spit at all of his kind. Thank you for supporting Hero Corp. This year's shipment, prevented 27,000 suicides and saved 9 million lives and made them better. Your contribution is really benefiting the world and curing cancer. Here's a I support the cure for cancer sticker.
Oh.
Fully approved by yours truly.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Tracotanza. I'm glad that my money could do such good in the world. Oh, excuse me. My phone is ringing. Oh, no. What? Oh, no. No, I won't pay her tuition. No. Excuse me.
Cut. Oh, no. It looks as if Mr. Moneybags has caught wind of his sister's addiction. That's what I have Titus for. Titus is my right-hand man. Titus Roman grew up in the slums of Belarus. Titus is a quiet soul. He only speaks when he must.
This is ridiculous. I cannot believe it. The whole house is flooded? One
Excuse
toilet?
me, sir. We need to take your call outside.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, folks. We just have a gun range downstairs, and Titus is trying it out. He's got a new piece, so that's all that's going on. Don't worry. We don't have a basement, but I know that no one will dirty themselves with the impersonal grip of a gun. I didn't meet Antwon that night, but the unfortunate soul that Titus just disposed of was his brother-in-law. It turns out that his sister had dropped out of college to marry Antwon, one of my employees. Antwon had skimmed product to have a little fun with his newlywed, and she became addicted. Never get high on your own supply. I don't remember who said that. I just remember he was shot. Anyway, the next morning when Antwon approached me and told me his tale.
Come in. Mr. Tracotanza, my name is Antwon. I work for you as a distributor in Fresno. My wife died on an overdose of Hero Corp goods.
Why was she using it? Did you skim?
I did, but let me explain from the beginning and give you some context into this tragedy. It all began when I saw Gwen's fair face. Her lovely luster made my hard heart race. My peace has ended countless before this. After that guilt, how could I find such bliss? She was to major in psychology and to minor in sociology. I sold your drugs despite the pain I knew they caused my parents every time they drew. To Gwen, I was a case in a textbook. She followed every step with a judging look. Her fascination with me never dulled. I hurt my kin with each shipment I sold. How could I? She asked, professional. I answered, it is the social normal. To gang and kill and reach the top, or else to snitch and hear your own heart stop. In time her interest bloomed into a love, and we were cursed with child from the above. I married quick to save my vital rep. I know you see the wisdom in this step. She dropped from school to raise the infant curse. Through stress her morning sickness became worse. I gave her heroin to dull the pain. One dose I put into her virgin vein. I did not think it would affect the child, for I diluted it and made it mild. And from this moment, as you may predict, my wife became a heroin addict. Skimmed product now littered around our house. She carried her pump inside of her blouse, so she could shoot up any time she pleased. Then I feared the child may be diseased. One day from returning from the store, I found my Gwen convulsing on the floor. As you might guess, she had indeed OD'd. She had mixed your grade A with some speed. Therefore I ask one thing and nothing more. Apologize and I will leave your door.
Antwon, I understand why you've skimmed my product. After all that suffering you've gone through, I pardon you. However, I cannot apologize. It is unprofessional. If I apologize, that sends a message that I do not condone the use of drugs. My shareholders will not support a company whose own CEO is not confident of his own product. You must see the logic in that.
But it's a mere apology. I will not tell anyone of it. No one will ever know.
But I will know. And this apology will show on my face and repel my investors. Besides, one could argue that her death was a result of your irresponsibility. Don't get me wrong. I sympathize with you for what I have seen what drugs can do to the people I love. Therefore, I will give you compensation. 3 injections a day for the rest of your life. How does that sound?
You think you can use your evil goods after all that has happened?
I'm being kind, more than kind with this offer. I suggest you take it and leave.
No, apologize now or later to God.
I cannot. I am Mr. Tracotanza. My name prevents me.
So be it.
Take the money, you ingrate! Take some! Antwon was true to his word. Later that night, he found me and made true of his promise to make me apologize. Oh, Antwon, what are you doing here? Oh, of course, you're here to apologize for your behavior earlier. Well, of course, I pardon you.
Expletive. You will apologize.
I will not, but I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah, you're dead. We'll walk to the back of the house to your pool. Then we'll decide your fate.
You know what happened next. I found my hubris and prevented me from going to the pool, as Antwon demanded. He only wanted me to take a swim in the pool, that was all. I could not submit. I'm a hero Tracotanza. I cannot swallow my pride. Therein lay my fatal flaw. Hubris made hero fall and never get up. Now you ask, how could I be here telling you this tale? I am dead. You are not here. This is my personal prison in hell, and my punishment is to tell my ultimate failure forever.